What is this world doing? The universe formed when there was an intention just before the Big Bang. It is ever expanding, and on one day it will collapse into the formless again. It was originally formless without a second. The world, Earth, is an insignificant part of it. Does it have any goals, definitive plans? No, a big no. A lot of things are happening. Many species were formed and destroyed. Mountains were created out of nowhere. Many rivers formed and disappeared. Many cities have been buried underwater. Many civilizations created and destroyed. Why does it mean anything? What does it mean anything to nature? Does it gain anything by it? Does it achieve anything? No, it is sweet nothing. It does not matter. It is a Leela, a play, the dance. There was a marvelous talk by Aldous Huxley on Shiva Nataraja that may explain to you figuratively. When you think of the staggering symbols the Indians produced, I mean the dancing Shiva for example, we have never produced anything as comprehensive as this. The dancing Shiva, those little bronze statues, it is the Shiva with four arms and dancing with one foot raised. Well, I go into the details. They are really quite extraordinary. The figure stands within a great circle, a sort of halo, which has flames going out of them, the symbols of flame, and this is a circle of mass energy, space, time. I mean, this is material world, the great world of all embracing material world with its flames. Within this, Shiva dances. He is called Nataraja, the Lord of the dance, and he dances. He is everywhere in the universe. This is his dance, the manifestation of the world called his Leela, his play, his sense of rain upon the just and the unjust, and he is not beyond good and evil, of course. It is all an immense manifestation of play. He has this long hair, which is the hair of the yogi, contemplative, and it streams out to the limits of the universe. Therefore, this sort of yogic knowledge of this contemplation includes everything. He has four arms. In the upper right arm, he holds a little drum, which is the drum which summons things into creation. You beat upon this drum, things come into existence. In his left arm, he holds a fire, which is what destroys everything. He both creates and destroys. His lower right hand is held up in this attitude, which means be not afraid in spite of everything. It is all right. The other hand points down at his feet, and one foot is planted squarely on the back of a repulsive dwarf. This infinitely powerful dwarf called Muyalaka, who is the ego. He has to break the back of the ego. You see, what he is already pointing at is the other foot, which is raised. And this means this foot is raised against the gravitation and is a symbol of spiritual contemplation. The whole thing is there, you see, the world of space and time and matter and energy, the world of creation and destruction, the world of psychology. I mean, how do you get out of this? I mean, if you don't break the back of the ego, you are lost. And if you don't practice the contemplation, there will be no liberation for you. I mean, we don't have anything remotely approaching such a comprehensive symbol, which is both cosmic and psychological and spiritual. So this is the great symbol which Indians have produced. It is really most unfortunate that we have such miserable symbols. This is part of the regular Hinduism. That is specifically Shiva, and then one of the manifestation, of course, is called Bhairava of Shiva, who is also dancing. But he dances in symmetries to remind us that the dance of life is not always spiritually. I mean, that the dance is just as much misery and death as in life in relation. This has to be accepted, and of course, again, it is only by the lifted foot that we can accept it. I mean, it is actually isn't completely compatible with the modern scientific idea. I mean, it includes the world you see of mass, energy, space, and time. The idea of the infinite energy dancing timelessly and forever through this world, dancing through human mentality too. I mean, that the world is felt to be. Of course, a kind of outrage because the play goes on even inside ourselves, although we are sentient and beings, and yet the hand is raised. Everything is finally all right in spite of everything. As if Buddha says, I'll show you sorrow in the ending of sorrow. The ending of sorrow is putting your foot on the back of the dwarf and rising the other foot against gravity into the state of contemplation. The whole thing is there, stated in this single extremely elegant. I mean, these Shiva images from the south of India are very, very elegant. They are the most beautiful pieces of sculpture, the best of them. But it is a shame that we don't have any good symbols like this to remind us who we are and what we can do about it of anything. No, we are very, very poor in it. I mean, we have some of the Christian symbols, which are not really, which simple symbol of the cross is fairly good, but it does not take into account this sort of cosmic side of life. I mean, it does not take in regard of mass energy, space and time, which is essential. It does not take into account, I mean, as it stands out, it does not take into account the importance of contemplation. I mean, there are other symbols, of course, within the Christianity which do, but a single comprehensive symbol like the Shiva symbol, you do not have, and it is very unfortunate. This whole business of the organized manipulation of symbols, I mean, the human mind is a symbolic instrument. It exists to manufacture symbols and turn immediate experience into symbols with the purpose of managing in fairly convenient way. The question is, can we get on with fairly scientific symbols, realistic symbols, and then concentrate on the immediate experience? I don't know. I mean, I simply don't know whether this is possible. As I thought, general attitude towards the world, it is certainly possible, isolated into videos. But whether fact it will turn out to be something which appeals to great numbers of people, I have no idea. Listen here. I have given a link to a YouTube video which you can see of this above conversation. This is a beautiful talk by Aldous Huxley about the symbol of Nataraja, which depicts the play of life, the Leela. Thank you.